Me now, Florida gubernatorial candidate, he's Congressman Byron Donalds. Congressman, what do you make of this story? It's always wonderful and a pleasure to see you again. We hear reports about the far-left Arabella Advisors dark money network, bankrolled by Democrat mega donors. What do you hear about this story?
I'm not shocked, actually. We've been hearing rumors about that for a long time. And if anybody ever took the time to examine USAID, what we all knew is that you did have left-wing groups that operated under the guise of foreign aid. Let's look at what happened under Joe Biden and his terrible border policy. We had NGOs operating on both sides of our border who were helping to facilitate the illegal immigration into our country that Joe Biden allowed. So this is something that's been going on for a very long time. It is kudos to Elon Musk and his team, but also to the President of the United States, Donald Trump, for allowing Elon and his team access to federal records to uncover not just the waste, fraud, and abuse, but the gross mismanagement of dollars that go against the national interest of the United States.
Now we've got the breaking news. The House did advance the GOP government funding bill. It's heading to the Senate. So that's a win. That's going to move along, and we're going to get to the Trump tax cuts, deregulation, unleashing U.S. manufacturing, U.S. energy. What do you make of the breaking news that the U.S. Education Department will let go half of the Education Department staff? It's a staff of about 4,200. They're going to let go 2,100. What do you make of that news?
What I say is, look at the test scores of kids in our country since the creation of the Department of Education. Our kids have fallen behind. So if your kids are falling behind, but we're funding billions of dollars towards this effort, shouldn't we examine everybody that's there? Do we even need the amount of administrators in that outfit when it is clear that those resources will be better spent actually getting into the hands of parents so that their children can be better educated? This is one of the reasons why I support the ECCA going into budget reconciliation. And I also think these dollars at the Department of Education, they need to go into 529 accounts so parents can have direct access to those dollars and utilize them for the best interest of their children.
So it's basically about block grants out of HHS also to the states to do education. Will the Senate, let's move to the continuing resolution. Is the Senate going to enact the continuing resolution? And will the Senate enact DOJ's cuts through rescission? I think you only need a 51-vote majority. What do you think, sir?
I think that's what the Senate should be doing. We are at a point where we have to cut back. We have to tighten our belts. You have the left that now wants to talk about the stock market all the time. And listen, as a former financial advisor, I want a high stock market as well. But our economy has to be based on sound economic principles. It can't be based on massive government overspending and government stimulus. That is simply not sustainable. And so we need to tighten our belts here in Washington. The Senate needs to follow suit, allow for the DOJ cuts to continue so we can get on a sound financial footing going forward.
Is what DOJ and Elon Musk are uncovering, the waste, fraud, and abuse, is it worse than you realized?
Yes, honestly it is. We knew that there was rampant stuff going on, but this is significantly worse. And honestly, they're just scratching the surface. I'm quite sure there's more stuff that we're going to uncover as we move forward.
All right, Congressman Donalds, thank you so much for being with us tonight and taking the time. We appreciate you very much, sir. Good luck with your gubernatorial race. It's good to see you. Now, please listen to this.